This goes back to college, and in the college I went to, we had a student-ran newscast, and it was all student-run. The university obviously funded it, but like the students were in charge. We allocated what money we spent where. We got to pick basically who was on air and whatnot. And so by about year three, maybe it was year two, I was pretty fast. I was actually pseudo in charge. I was the what we called the technical director, or basically my equivalent position currently. So head of technology, if you will. And so I was in charge of this student organization as the technology manager. And we used to just hang out in the newsroom. And so the newsroom was in the basement of this, four-story building on campus. And we had a scanner, and we could listen to the police and fire and whatnot. And a lot of us were just, we weren't your typical, go to the bars and party kind of people. We typically would stay in the newsroom. We all had keys, so we could kind of come and go as we wanted to. And so we would hang out in the newsroom and do homework or work on projects or, you know, some of us, not me, but some of us didn't have cable TV and the newsroom did. So people just went to the newsroom to watch TV. And so one night, it was, I want to say, about wintertime. I think it was mildly cold, but it wasn't snowing, if I remember correctly. And so one of the reporters who was up and coming and was a go-getter heard about this fire in a small town nearby, and I don't even remember the town's name. To this day, I forget what town it is. And I was like, he's like, "You want to go chase a fire?" And I'm like, "In what town is that?" Like, I don't even know where that town is. And so, of course, we pulled out a map because this was like 2002, 2003, and we didn't have Google Maps on your phone. So we pulled out an actual map and figured out where the hell we were going to go. And I said, "Let's go. Sure, let's go shoot this house. It could be nothing. It could be something. It sounds like they're calling in for lots of reinforcements. Maybe this is a huge fire. Who knows?" And so we grabbed our VHS camcorder. Yes, we shot on VHS, and we had nice professional VHS cameras. I mean, they were ENG professional style cameras. They just shot on VHS. So we ran out there. It was probably 10 o'clock at night, 10:30. I don't remember exactly. And so we go out to this field, and there's a house on fire, and he's like, "Let's go up to it." And I'm like, "We should probably not, because, I'm brand new to news. I don't really know how this works, but generally speaking, the fire department does not want you near the fire. They want you to stay back." And so, yeah, it was like, we should probably not go up there. He's like, "Come on, it'll be fine." And so we start walking up to the fire, and the fire was mostly in the back of the house. And so we kind of walk around the back of the house, and it's like, there's firefighters spraying water on this fire, and we're walking around shooting video. And why we weren't kicked out, I don't know. And it was really weird. But so we're walking around, and we go in the back, and we're shooting with the B-roll of the thing, and I'm with like this with the camera, so I'm not paying attention. And Joe was the guy's name. He says, "Let's walk over here." And so we walk over there, and all of a sudden the power line, which was still hot, drops. And it was dropped where we were standing. So had we not walked away when we did, the power line would have in theory dropped either on us or immediately next to us. When we realized it was still live and it was the thing, we kind of looked at each other. We're like, "Oh my God, we almost just died because we were standing right there." And so we were both very happy, obviously, to be okay. We stopped shooting video and decided that was probably the time to leave. And so we I think we went and maybe shot an interview. I can't remember exactly at this point. The whole night's just a blur. I'm like, we almost just died. Like we almost got hit by that freaking power, pole or power cable. And so we were like, crap. And so we drove back to the station or the newsroom, and people were there. So, of course, we told them all about the story. We played the video for it. We watched the video over and over again of what we shot. The next day, we ran the story. I feel like it was somehow tied to like a car dealership. The guy owned a car dealership or whatever it was. And so I don't know why that sticks in my head, but either way, that was the story of the night I almost died shooting breaking news.